Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Retchfors here, and today we're doing a tier list on ways that some girls may manipulate you. For y'all watching this video, make sure y'all take some of this with just a grain of salt because you guys gotta apply context to your specific situation. But yes, the unfortunate side of the matter is some of you guys are probably being manipulated as we speak. Some of you guys are probably going through this right now, and I'm gonna tell you whether you are being manipulated or whether she has genuine interest. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and let's get right into this. Okay, so the first thing we have is playing dumb, okay? So girls, when they're wrong about something, sometimes something they'll do is they will play dumb. They will try to seem innocent. I think this is she's good at this. The reason why is because sometimes you can never determine whether they're genuinely like clueless or whether they're just, trying to play dumb. I do think in most circumstances though, we tend to give girls the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this type of scenario. So I'm gonna put this in she's good at this. Next up is playing hard to get. Okay, I don't understand why some girls do this. Like, if you like the guy, bro, just go talk to him. Like, why are we making shit so hard on us, bro? But yes, playing hard to get. Here's what you guys gotta understand. If a girl likes you, she's not gonna play hard to get. I don't know why some guys like to chase girls who don't even like them and has shown zero interest towards them. That's them playing hard to get. But for most guys who, are thinking logically, that's not gonna make them want to chase. It's gonna make them want to just not chase them because, obviously the girl is presenting herself as too good for him and don't nobody want to go for that. Now, if you're young and you like chasing people, then I mean, this might just be like a high tier manipulation tactic. But for most guys who are thinking logical, if a girl is playing hard to get, she doesn't like you. Because if a girl likes you, she is going to make it easy as fuck to talk to her, to, set up links with her, things of that nature. Girls should not be playing hard to get with a guy that they like. So I'm gonna put this in, no one is falling for this shit. Next up is creating drama. So I really don't think anybody's gonna fall for this. I mean, as a manipulation tactic, it's not really beneficial because all it's gonna do is it's gonna make people not want to be around you if you're constantly creating drama whenever it's necessary. Next up is projecting. This is a pretty simple concept. If a girl is guilty of something, she is going to accuse you for it. For example, she's been cheating on you and then she accuses you of cheating. That is a very good indicator of her projecting. This is going to go and very little people may fall for this. I'm just going to let y'all know right now, this is an important thing to look out for. If she is constantly projecting like terrible things onto you, bro, she may be a victim of that. Where do you think she's getting these ideas from? Next up is forcing you to apologize. Okay, so this one depends. Like, are you in the wrong? If you're in the wrong, I do think you should apologize. You should take accountability and everything. But if she is forcing you to apologize for something you didn't do, my nigga, you need to stand your ground because women, they take apologizing as weakness, especially if they're not guilty of it. If you are apologizing to a girl, what is going to happen is she is going to start thinking of you as this guy who can be manipulated easily, and she is going to use that against you. So you never want to apologize unless you are genuinely guilty for it, unless you genuinely did something bad. So I'm going to put this in, some people may fall for this. I'm just letting y'all know right now, if a girl is forcing you to apologize, this is honestly like one of the most toxic ways she might manipulate you. Next up is withholding intimacy. So you usually see this with people who are like married. Basically, if she is not giving you sex, for example, and it's been like a year and some change and you want sex, then you need to talk. Y'all need to have some type of like discussion because this could be an indicator of her losing interest. Here's what you have to realize, bro. Marriage is not a rite of passage. She can still cheat on you even when you're married. If y'all two are married, that really don't mean nothing. It just means that it's, documented and everything. A girl withholding intimacy, she could hypothetically be cheating on you with somebody else. I'm gonna put this in high tier manipulation tactic. I mean, if a girl is, withholding intimacy, there's definitely definitely something wrong. Next up is poking at your insecurities. No one is falling for this shit. I mean, don't nobody want to be around someone who's constantly poking around at your insecurities. It doesn't make you more attracted to the person. Nobody wants to be friends with somebody who's constantly poking at your insecurities. So I'm gonna put this in, no one is falling for this shit. Next up is leading you on. So this is gonna be our second she's good at this. You see, here's what you have to understand. Some girls, they will show interest in a guy, whether it's intentional or not. She will show interest in a guy, and then eventually she will lose interest. She will gaslight them into doing basically thoughtful things for her, basically. This is a form of leading somebody on because you led the guy to believe that she actually liked him, when in reality, that's not the case, or that's not, you know, the case anymore. When you are emotionally invested into somebody, you're a lot more vulnerable to this type of things. This is why this goes and she's good at this. Now, if you're thinking rationally and you know, okay, well, obviously, you know, she's leading me on. If you're thinking rationally, it'll be very easy to catch this. However, just because of this reason alone, I'm gonna put this in she's good at this. Next up is gaslighting. This is just gonna go, and some people may fall for this. I mean, at the end of the day, girls might gaslight you into questioning your own sanity, but like I said, if you're thinking rationally, if you know that this is not the case, then you're just not gonna fall for this. You're not gonna fall victim to this. Next up is trying to make you jealous. Y'all gotta be careful. If she does make you jealous for whatever reason, you're not, you know, you're not a bitch or nothing like that, but it is important that you don't let her see you get jealous, because what happens is when a girl tries to make you jealous and then you feel some type of jealousy and you show it, you've already lost, right? You gotta play that shit off, or better yet, you can't show that you're jealous, because that is her trying to out masculine you, and you don't want to be out masculined by a girl. That is your biggest mistake. Just for that though, I'm gonna put this in high tier manipulation tactics. There are some ways around this, but it usually takes practice. Next up is friend zoning you. Here's the hard truth that a lot of y'all are gonna have to accept. When a girl friend zones you and you remain her friend, she's gonna subconsciously respect you less, because you're constantly giving her this attention, but she's not giving you anything back. So friend zoning you, I'm gonna put this in high tier manipulation tactic. Now I know some guys, like, they might not even want anything out of her. They might, you know, just want to be her friend, nothing else. The fact of the matter still exists that she is subconsciously respecting you less, because you're showing that you have an inability to leave, you know, to distance yourself from her, things of that nature. If y'all want a video on what to do after getting friend zoned, make sure y'all comment that below, because I can make a video on what to do if you get friend zoned. But yes, you definitely gotta go for other girls. You definitely cannot chase the girl that friend zoned you. This is the biggest mistake that some of y'all make. Next up is shape shifting. So what I mean by shape shifting is when a girl has had a lot of guy partners in her past, she's gonna collect their personalities like infinity stones. And girls, they basically, when they collect all of their infinity stones, they can adapt all of their personalities and traits, because when a girl really likes a guy, she is gonna start doing a lot of the things that the guy likes, basically. And girls are really good at this. I'm gonna put this in high tier manipulation tactic. If a girl has a lot of like different personalities and some of them seem like a little masculine, I would definitely look out for that. But next up is doing the bare minimum. So when you are investing a lot of time into a girl and she's like doing the bare minimum, she's maybe just showing up, she's not giving you anything back. I see a lot of guys fall for this, bro. Even me, like, I'm a victim of this. So I'm not gonna say like no one is falling for this. I'm actually gonna put this in she's very good at this. The reason why is because a lot of guys, they try their hardest to like impress the girl, you know, give her his everything and everything. And what she's gonna do, she's not gonna do shit. She's gonna just, you know, fucking do the bare minimum. And they have the easiest job in the world. So I really do think it's a good tactic to manipulate a guy. So this is gonna go, and she's good at this. Next up is pulling away. Some girls, they like to pull away because they want the guy to chase them more. But when a girl pulls away, what you want to do is you cannot chase. When you chase, you've lost the game. Yes, though, pulling away, If a girl pulls away, you basically just never want to chase, and then eventually if she was just trying to manipulate you, she may come back. That's when you want to keep her on thin ice. However, I think it works on a lot of people. This has got to go to the top at she's good at this because it's just so effective. Next up is crying. So a lot of girls, they might cry as a manipulation tactic to make you feel bad for something. I think some people may fall for this. Again, you just gotta think rationally. Did you do something wrong? Did I not do something wrong? Is she just trying to get in my head? But yes, crying is gonna go, and some people may fall for this. Next up is acting friendly. Okay, this one is interesting, and I'm gonna talk about this. Some girls will lead a guy on into liking them. However, they will just be friendly. You do gotta use context to your advantage. However, yes, a girl might break the touch barrier. A girl may talk to you first. A girl may ask you all these questions about your life, but she could just be being friendly. And that's so scary that some girls are just able to do that. They can just say, hey, I want another guy friend. This could very well be like all the way at the top, like even above this tier. However, here is what you have to realize. You guys have to use context to your advantage. Try to initiate things. Try to initiate intimacy. Is she not going for that? Is she feeling some type of way about that? If she is, then she's very well just acting friendly. So I'm gonna put this in, some people may fall for this. I mean, the results may vary. Next up is undermining your masculinity. I don't think this builds attraction. I don't think this makes guys want to chase, nor does it really work. I do think at the end of the day, if she is undermining your masculinity and she's not, you know, being logical, then nobody's gonna fall for this. However, I do think when you see like some of the other guys that she probably talks to, they might be more masculine than you, and it's gonna make you like question yourself. So this is very, I'm gonna put this in high tier manipulation tactic. I'll put this like near the bottom. Next up is breadcrumbing. Okay, so this is like leading somebody on, except it's slightly different. So breadcrumbing is when a girl leads a guy on and then she feeds him like scraps. She feeds him breadcrumbs, and then once the guy starts to, you know, pull back, stop chasing, she will continue to lead the guy on every time the guy starts to pull back. Thus the term breadcrumbing. She is feeding him breadcrumbs. Basically, I do think this is highly manipulative. However, I think it's easier to catch this than leading somebody on, because if you notice every time you pull back, she starts to, you know, feed you breadcrumbs. This is a lot easier to catch. If you have basic fucking pattern recognition, you'll realize, oh shit, she's trying to manipulate me. If you do this, bro, you're evil. Next up is being dry. Here's something I'm gonna explain. Girls love attention. However, if you're ugly, she might not want attention from you. Therefore, she may be dry towards you. I mean, it really depends on how she feels about you. But yes, if a girl is being dry towards you, there's a very good possibility that she either doesn't fuck with you. And when a girl doesn't fuck with you, what she is doing is she's trying to optimize her day to not include you. This is why some girls, they might get back to you like 12 hours later. They might get back to you a couple days later. They're using plausible deniability, right? And then when they do come back, they'll be like, oh, sorry for the long delay. No, bro, they saw that message. Like deadass, they saw the message. So when a girl is being dry, right, this could be from a couple of different factors. She might be optimizing her day to not, you know, revolve around you, to not have you in it. Or she might like the attention, therefore she's just gonna be dry to, you know, keep her ego going. So I think if a girl is being dry, I'm gonna put this in very little people may fall for this. If a girl is being dry or whatever, and you can tell like, okay, yeah, she's definitely being dry, then you guys gotta have the ability to, you know, pull back, maybe ghost her, depending on the scenario. This is not a very good effective tactic. Next up is she has a hierarchy of other guys. I feel like every girl has a hierarchy of other guys, and they might not have one just on their fucking notes app, but they subconsciously have like a tier list just like this. They have a tier list of other guys, right? So they have like fucking Chad and Brandon and tier, and then they got fucking these niggas in, you know, A tier. But that's basically how it works. Every girl has a hierarchy of guys, even like subconsciously. So it's important to proceed well with this information. Since she has a hierarchy of other guys, you're going to be competing amongst like the fucking top 10% of guys in her head, and I think that's a lot of like output. You have to be able to compete with the top 10%. If you're not able to do that, then she is not going to consider you, therefore putting this in a high tier manipulation tactic. Next up is grown ass man. So do you ever hear a girl say grown ass man? I'm gonna put this in no one is falling for this. I'm gonna say this for the third time. If she's not being rational and she's saying grown ass man, then ain't nobody gonna fall for this. Next up is lying about their body count. I mean, I think this is just tradition that girls lie about their body count to some extent, or they might lower it to be slightly lower than what it actually is. So if it's like 2, they might say 1. If it's 3, they might say 2. If it's 5, they'll say 3. I don't think there's like a formula to get the exact number, but the idea is they tend to lower the numbers so it's not as high as they actually want it to be. You don't need the formula or nothing like that. You just need to like know this. So I'm gonna put this in, some people may fall for this, some people might actually believe them, but it really depends. And then last we have cosmetics. Okay, this one is deep because here's what you have to realize. A girl and a guy. A girl is gonna want to date a guy that's more attractive than them, right? So let's say a girl is a 7 out of 10. She is gonna want to date a guy who is an 8 out of 10. Now, mind you, this is not including makeup. So we already have a disadvantage, just not including makeup. Now with makeup, you know, you can make your skin look a lot more clear. You can hide the imperfections on your face. But with cosmetics, that gives them another advantage. So all of a sudden, it's not a 1-point system. It's like 1.5, maybe 2, depending on the girl. So while yes, we do have a massive disadvantage, I'm not gonna put this in she's good at this, because at the end of the day, like some girls, they might not wear makeup. Also, if you look smacks well enough and get like clear as fuck skin, then you can honestly close the gap of disadvantages. However, cosmetics, this is an unfair disadvantage that you will have over other girls in terms of being attractive, or in terms of a girl being attracted to you. But yes, that is my tier list on ways females might manipulate you. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.